Welcome back, everybody. This is Danny Code, and this is the last episode in the Mashinky's One-way Station playthrough. We are in Era 4, and we have a few quests left to do, namely the Supplier quest and the Delivery of Steel quest, which actually both will be taken care of with the Delivery of Steel. And I also wanted to go over in this episode a few things that I learned along the way in this playthrough that made life a whole heck of a lot simpler or easier. Namely, track design as far as stations are concerned, and signaling and how that relates to traffic and not bogging down the traffic. Also, with station design, that you wanted this, that making the station and the main rails, giving those a little bit of a space in between instead of pushing them right up against each other. Like if this station was here, what I would want to do is, since the main rails are here, then I would want the tracks leading to the main rail from the station to come out this way and go to the main rail. Sort of like, let me see if we can find one. Kind of like this. Here's a perfect example. So we have a station that's very close to the main rails. So what I did, instead of coming out and just going into the main rails, I had a little bit of a buffer zone here between the two, and that allows parking, train parking, waiting. So, and that train parking will allow this intersection here, this T-junction, to be freer than it would be if it was closer, if there was no buffer between the station and the main line. Okay. Also, the thing I learned too was how to do side rails efficiently, and I'll go over that in the course of this episode. So, with that said, let's get to the quests. So the Supplier quest is over 10 years. Here, 10 years. There is for each year there is a goal of goods and steel to deliver, and that increases each year. So with that said, before I even accept this and sign this, I'm going to start, because I don't have any steel delivery trains currently running, and I don't have any goods trains currently running. I have any goods trains running. And then the steel delivery also is just 200 steel to any factory. So that pretty much will be taken care of at the same time this one is taken care of as well, because we're delivering steel. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to first put on some goods trains, I think. Start those up. So we have, let me see. I don't want to use any trains that are using oil yet. So I'm going to stick with the bangle for now. And I'll probably stick with the bangle for the remainder of this episode as well, because we're kind of low on refined oil. I can boost that, but we'll see. We'll see if we can boost that in this episode. If not, we'll just continue to use the bangle. And which is fine. I mean, it's kind of slow, but it carries a lot, so which is good. So we want some good train here, and let's bring this out here. So we have the Hibbins. How many Hibbins can we fit here? So we don't want to go over the length of 8, and we don't want to go over the overall weight, the tonnage of a full load. So, and I don't want to go over 8 because that's how I have my track set up, and also the length of the stations. We can fit easily a train that is 8 or below on the elongated stations, as long as you have the signal box at the station. We can have the 8 long platforms. So that's why I don't want to go over 8. Anyways, okay, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can fit quite a few here. 9, 10. Nope, I don't want 10. It's going too long. Okay, so 9, right? Let me make sure that's correct? So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Okay, so we can fit 9 goods trains on this engine without going over weight and going over the length that we want. All right, so let's give it orders. And it's going to go from, let's close this real quick. It's going to go from here. We have tons of goods. We have 750, so we have the refinery making goods. So let's go here first. And then I want to wait until full because I'm sure we'll have enough. And also we have, we have 5, well, no, we have 6, excuse me, 6. I can't count today. We have 6 platforms, so I think we should be good there for it to wait. Even if it does have to wait a little while, we have other platforms for the other trains to go to. Now, where are we going to bring those goods? Our first city here, our closest city here is Long Beach. And let's see what, let's click on the platform, see if it's, so it is accepting goods. It's accepting passengers, mail, and goods. Produces passenger and mail, and rewards are money tokens. Okay, so we'll just do that. And there we go. And send him on his way. And that's train 101. I want to remember that because I probably want to duplicate him. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. I'm gonna do 2 of those, right? So let's just do 2 of those right off the bat. And let's see, duplicate. And let's find that train. Here it is. And duplicate that guy and send him on his way as well. All right, with that, so 101 and 102 are done. And that should be good for the goods. Good for the goods. Good for the goods. All right. So now we need to do steel. So we're producing steel. We're producing steel. Not at the refinery. Here we go. We're producing steel at the steelworks. That makes sense, right? And we get a ton of steel here, so we got 750. So we're full up on steel here. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get 2 trains coming from the steelworks, going to the factory. Let's see. And we're going to use our bangle, as we said. And let's see how many steel. I'd want to, hold on. I want to sell this because it looks too much like that engine. It's confusing me. All right, so steel. I'm easily confused, by the way. Steel, let's see what we got. So 451, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7. So 7, we're not going to go over length. We could probably fit 1 more on weight, but I don't want to go over the 8 length. And we're going to give him orders to go from the steelworks. And again, we have 6 platforms here, so we can wait till full, right? But we actually want to do that. Put the wait till full after that. And then have him delivered to the factory, which I think is the only thing that is accepting steel at the moment. And let's go ahead and just duplicate him right off the bat before he even leaves the station. There we go. Perfect. And we will have those guys go on their way. All right. And that was 103 and 104, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. So, yeah, 103, and then the next one's 104. He's still at the station. So let's follow this guy, and I want to make sure that he starts to pick up the steel before I accept this supplier quest here. Okay, so while we're waiting for him, what I wanted to do, because I know we're going to need it, we're going to get some traffic here. What I wanted to do is because, let's see, it's going to be easier to look at in design view here. We have this loop kind of going from here, doing a dog leg there, going around and going out this way. But we now have trains going from the steelworks to the factory. So I think what I want to do is I want to put a little shortcut right here, kind of dog legging, like going like that. That's going to produce a lot of T-junctions here. So we're going to need to stick in some side rails, and we'll do that second. We'll do that next after that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to put that shortcut rail in here, And I'll fast forward and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, and we're back. So that was pretty simple. We just put a little shortcut in here because I know traffic is gonna pretty much, it's gonna get pretty heavy on this corridor here, this rail corridor. I also want to, in the last episode, I know I was running low on refined oil, so I put a refinery here, and I did a little trick. So we have, it's one station, right? And it's going out, and it has two loops. So it has a loop here to access this corridor, this main rail system here, and it has a loop here because all the oil is coming. I want to put on a few more oil trains, but all the oil is going to be coming from this this way here, so it's going to be coming up here and just kind of scooting over and going that way. And also, when it picks up the refined oil, like this guy is doing here, here's a train for refined oil, it's going to pick it up here and then also go down and scoot down this way here into and all the way down into our factory here. And with that said, with the factory, I also want to, I said this one thing I learned how to do better in this playthrough is create stations better, and especially with the signaling. And I'll show you exactly what I mean, because I'll expand this station as well. And at that point, I'll show you exactly how I set these up now. And it's super efficient and really works well. Okay, so shortcut done. And let's see where our train is here. So it is picking up from the steelworks. So that is our queue. We're going to start the supplier quests. Okay, so for 10 years, the amount required, So, and it's going to start, it tells us when, so January 2004, so we're in October, so just in a few months we'll start doing this, which is great. Okay. And then the delivery of steel, again, that will be taken care of. So with that said, I want to add on an additional steel train and also an additional goods train, but I don't want the goods going from the factory to that same town. I'm going to set up, because we have some goods also being accepted in this town here, so in Anaheim, and then we have some goods being produced over here in this refinery. I also want to put on, I think I can afford it now, so research, because we're going to, like I said, we're going to put on a few trains, at least one big train supplying some more oil here so it can be refined better. So there we go. So we'll just put that there. And it's also, like I said, but it's also producing goods, so we can take them from there. There's a few other places. I think this refinery here, where are we here? So the oil well, this refinery here also is producing goods, so we have a lot of goods here as well. So I think we'll do that. Yeah, so I think we'll take it from this refinery going to Anaheim here. That seems to be a little short jaunt. So, okay, so let's do that first. Actually, let's duplicate this, and then that'll be the steel out of the way, right? And that should get us to the end of that quest, I hope. Right? That'd be good. If not, real close. So duplicate this guy and send him on his way. Right? And then, oh, I didn't want to close that. That's alright. We'll just open it right back up here. And I want to do one goods train. And we're going to use our handy dandy bangle. And I forget how many goods trains. Was that 9? I think it was 9. We'll see. Let's bring this over here so we can kind of compare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. Okay, so there's 9, and let's give him orders to go from our refinery here. And we're not going to wait for full load here because we only have one station. So that would be a big no-no. So we're going to go from here. I mean, he can pick him up on the other side, but he's going to pick him up on this side because that's the closest route. I can, however, if I wanted to, right? I can, however, before this station, make sure, here, I'll show you what I mean. I can make sure he has a waypoint here, right? So if I put a waypoint here, then added the station, he's going to go in this side, in this station. But I don't want to do that. So, but just for example, we can do that if we wanted to go on the side of the station because it does have more platforms and it's not really that busy, so we can probably do them here and then wait till full. But you know, he's going to carry a lot and pretty quickly going to take all the goods from that station, and so it won't be full. Anyways, okay, so there's a factory here close to the station, and I'm sure it's feeding the station or wants to be feeding the station, so I'm going to make sure that, let's start this on its way. I'm going to make sure that it's not, let me look at what it's doing here. So it's accepting, I don't want it to accept that, I don't want it to accept that, I don't want it to accept that. And it is, so this shop is too far away, so it's not in the catchment. So what we can do there is, that's easy enough. We can always just add, conveniently enough, a shop. And in this playthrough I didn't do a headquarters. I probably should have, but I didn't. That's alright. So we'll just put a shop right right there. I don't know if that's going to work. Is that going to work? Can I get to it without a road? So yeah, so it's accepting that. So that's good enough. So maybe they'll have to take a plane over there. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe they'll have to walk across the tracks. I don't know. Whatever. That works. Okay, so right. So this guy is, where's this guy? So he's still just coming out of the station here. And he's going to, for his first pickup, he's going to, because the depot was closer to this side, so he's going to first go on this side, then come out and go back down, I guess, which is kind of inefficient, but that's okay. But once he does the first run, he will come up here and go this way because that is more efficient. He will find his own path that way. Okay, so how are we doing on this? All right, so we have this year already done, so pretty cool. And delivery of steel, we have 35 out of 200, so that'll be done pretty quickly as well. Okay, so what I wanted to do is go ahead and expand the station. We're not going to really need it, but I wanted to show you how I figured that the station design will be more efficient with this signal placement that I'm going to show you right now. Let's just pause real quick. So when I want to add a station, the first thing I do is I will delete, if there is one, I will delete that just on the outside here, on the outside platform. that signal and that signal going out. And then we'll just put on some more station platforms here. We'll do 2 more, whatever. There and there. All right, so, and then connect up to here. And this is why I delete those signals. We're going to put them back, but I delete them because if I didn't, then we wouldn't be able to hook up here. It would give us a red track. And that one, and same thing on this side. So if that signal wasn't there, or was there, we wouldn't be able to hook it up that way, there, like that. Okay. So as you can see, I have a chain signal here coming in, and a chain signal before it even actually branches off and goes into these goes into the separate platforms. I have one here on the main rail before it goes and splits off, and then on each split off I have a chain signal as well. So, and these are the only chain signals in this design, right? Okay, and then all the rest are, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I kind of explained it in the last video that I did a little bit, but we'll do it here again. Okay, so, and I also want to put one here on the coming out, just after the junctions here. So, okay, so the chain signal here will, if all these platforms are full, all of these will be red, and all of these will be red. And so that means that this will be red, so nothing can come in here if all of these are full. If something was allowed to come in here, it would come in here and block this, or this one, or this one, or this one, whichever one, and then it would have to wait until that particular station platform was free. So what that means is that if it was blocking, say, this one here, and this train was doing a wait until full, and then these 3 platforms in the meantime, the other 3 platforms were empty, it would just block up, and block up the whole line from the beginning or the entrance here all the way up until everything else that wants to come in. So it would essentially block up the whole works if I didn't have chain signals here, 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 and here, and all these splits here. And the rest can just be block signals, and block signals here, because that just, things going out, it just needs to know if there's something ahead of it. So that's the most efficient way that I know. I mean, maybe you guys, if you guys have another way, or can see a different way, or if I'm doing something wrong with this, go ahead and mention in the comments, or show me somehow. If you have a video, you can show me, or link to, whatever. But that is the best way that I know how, and it really does work well. So again, chain signals here before they split off and into the original splits here, and then into the stations, everything gets a block signal. So what that means is that if everything was taken, the train would sit here and then would wait for any one of these 4 to be free. Once it was free, it would allow it to pass by. If that wasn't there, it could block up the whole works if just one station or one platform was, waiting to get full. All right, so with that said, the other thing I want to do, let's go ahead and unpause. The other thing I want to do is I want to put side rails here, because I know this section here is going to get pretty busy. With that said too, let's go ahead and put on that oil train, because we have tons of oil here, so we want one more oil train going to that foundry, and I think that'll be the last train that we actually do in this playthrough. Maybe 1 or 2 more steel trains, or even goods trains, just to do this quest. But for now, this is probably one of the last ones. Anyways, 1, 2. Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 it is. So we're going to go from here, and we have 3 platforms, so we'll wait till full. Again, since we have this signal set up, we have the chain here, that I feel confident that we can wait till full load, that it won't block up the whole works. So, all right, let's get rid of some of these windows so we can see what we're doing. And then we are delivering that oil to this refinery here. And there we go. So we'll start him on his way. And so that should produce more refined oil that we can bring down to our factory. Okay. Now, side rails. So how I do side rails. I'm going to put a side rail from the beginning of this junction here all the way over to the end of this junction here. So from here to here, and I can do both sides. I'll do both sides. Train spotting. Oh, I forgot about this one. I've already done this one though. So reach at least 80 miles per hour with at least 5 trains, and thank you very much. Done and done. All right, so let's do this. Well, let's see how we're doing with our supplier. Okay, so we're still in 2004. Okay, so 2005 we'll start another set of these demands. Okay, so first thing I want to do is at the beginning I want to raise 2 bits of land here because we're going to put a bridge over this, and we're also going to put a bridge over this one. Alright, so let's start by doing that. And I'm going to use my iron suspension bridge. I like the look of those. I wish I can, I don't know, can you change the color of those? I'm not sure. I'd like it more gray actually. I don't know why. It doesn't look like, yeah, it doesn't look like he changed the color. Oh, so red it is. That's fine. Okay, so from here, at the start, what we're going to do is, I think that signal may be in the way, and it is. Okay, so let's grab that signal and get it out of there. And we're just going to hook it up like so. And then go ahead and do the same on this side here. And that signal's fine, because we're going to need one there anyways. Okay, so there's that. And let's go ahead and put signals here and here. And then again here, here, and here. That may be too many signals, but I think it works okay. It seems to work fine. Alright, and then here's the magic. We're going to hook it up here so it can avoid if it's going this way and there's a lot of traffic in the regular junction here, it can just skip it all together and just go this way, right? And we're going to do the same thing on this side here, like so. So again, if it's coming from here and there's a ton of traffic, like this train probably could have taken that way. We already have one taking the bridge, which is cool. Let's go ahead and signal this up. If I can pick the right way there, there we go. And this is going this way. No, wrong way. And let's go ahead and put 2 coming out and going in. Good. Okay. And that's it. So that's that, right? So what we need to do now we need to extend it to here. I'm going to put another one here, the same exact way. So let's do that real quick. Being fishy there. And like so. And let's go ahead and just hook it up like we did the last time here. Like so. Do I have that right? I don't think do I have that? Do I? Yeah, I do. Okay. It didn't look right. And from here to here. Alright, let's signal all this up here. And we already have signals there, so we don't need another one. I know, amazing, right? I skipped in putting a signal. I'm like the signal guy. I put in too many signals, or so I've been told. And we have signals there, so we don't need any extras there. And a couple here coming off the bridge. I'm going to leave that. Beauty. Okay. Right. So the only thing left to do, right? I didn't put any signals here, did I? So the only thing left to do, I didn't put any signals here. Shame on me. Okay. And again, the only thing left to do is to come and join these two. So we have a nice little rail going from here to here. So now it can avoid this one as well if it's going this direction. And again, let's signal there, signal here, and that should be fine because we already have all the other signals. And yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. And there you go, right? And so we have it very efficiently going, if it's going from left to right here, and using these junctions. But I hear you talking there. I hear you saying, well, what about from right here? And this junction here going from right to left. We can do the same thing. So I'm going to do that real quick. So again, two little things here. Excuse me. Two little rises there. Our bridge. Why is it now? Not the bridge. Hello. Our bridge, like so. And then our track going from the bridge into the main rail, like so. And I think we may be too close here to the other, or not. No, we did it. So I was thinking this station may be too close. That's another reason why I like to give a little bit of a buffer zone between the junction to the main rail and the station, is because when we do put in our side rails, this will become an issue. And it's I've lost many hours trying to figure out ways around it for stations that are too close, but I cannot. So, okay. So there's that. Let's signal these guys up here. And we're going that, nope, not that direction, that direction. And go ahead and put one there as well. And, oops, I did not want it there. Let's take that out. And there's no chain signals here, so this is all block signals. You know, nothing fancy. And there's that. Go. There's those signals, and let's signal this side as well. Perfect. And coming out, and going in, and coming out. Okay. So we have a nice, a nice way to go around that way as well. I'm going to just extend it from here to there real quick. Right, so we're going from here, and it'll make it look, well, let's see here. Let's take out, no, I don't think we need to take it out. Let's just hook it up. Not too far here. There we go. Yep, that's symmetrical. Right? Sorta, kinda, sorta, kinda. Oops, wrong way. Oh my goodness. There we go. And signal here. And go ahead and the mid signal is there. Alright, and there's one little bit more track here. Going from here, try again. Going from here, there we go. Going from here to, I think, there. No, wait, no, is that one too many? No, that's perfect. I like to make it look symmetrical. I don't want it to be, I want this to come in and this to come in at the same angle. Call me crazy. Oh, what is going on here? Why do we have two? We don't need two of those. Okay. And that is it. Go ahead and put some signals in the, well, it's just the one, I guess. I like that a little bit more evenly spaced, so I'm going to take it out there and put it in here. Here. Did I just take it out and put it? No, I thought I took, no, so I pushed it back one. Okay, that's fine. All right, and there you go. So there's our T-junctions with side rails, and it really does that. Again, that's something I learned, that this system works well. I did forget one thing. So if something is coming from this direction and wants to come into this T-junction, it does not have a chance to if it's on the side rail. So easily fixed by just putting in some crossover rails here, like here, like so. And just signal that up there, like so. Someone's already using it. How you doing, buddy? All right, and then, yeah, and that's it. That's all we need, right? Oh, so if someone's coming out there, they can go up that way. So, yeah, so everything is taken care of. So any train using this can go here, can go in here. The only thing it can't do is then go back onto this line if it doesn't need to use that. So I think, yeah, I think one more crossover rail and that should do it. Just from, let's see here, I think just from just from here to here. Will that work? Yep, sure will. Okay. So these extra crossover tracks, probably not really needed, but they do help. So it gives the trains options. Like, so if a train was coming from here and is on this rail, it can like cross over and jump into this junction here. If a train was using this rail and wanted to go straight on this line, it can cross over and then go straight on that line. Well, it can actually do that over the bridge as well, but that gives it another option. So, but yeah, so that's cool. And again, if something was coming this way, we can put another crossover rail here if it wanted to go into this junction. But again, not super needed. Like if you have a lot more traffic and you think you need it for some reason, like there's a lot of traffic coming from here going down to here, go ahead and put the crossover rails in. But if not, if you just have a lot of traffic using this and that doesn't need that, using this corridor that doesn't need to use any of these, or maybe just needs to use one, those extra crossover rails probably not needed. But yeah, use your judgment on that. Okay, so those are the things I really wanted to go over. Again, the design of the station as it pertains to signals and why I do it that way, and also the fact that we have a good buffer between stations and main rail, and the reasons why that is, and also the side rails here. And I think that'll be it for us showing what that is. Okay, so we have 3 years, 3 out of 10, and we delivered pretty handily, so pretty quickly. That, and we did our steel delivery, so there's that done. I know there's this one here, but I'm not going to use these wagons, so we'll just leave that there. I wish there was a way to dismiss it, but there is not. And also, we can actually read the developer notes here. So in the full release, once that gets done, we'll have 7 errors. We're in error 4, so we'll have 3 more errors, right? I'm doing the math there, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. 16 different cargo types, 21 different industries, and so on. So yeah, this game is already, to me, this game is already a full game. And anything more would be, icing on the top. Or cherry on the top, icing on the top, whatever. It'll be something on the top. It'll be above and beyond. So, I think that's great. Excuse me. Little dry throat. Sorry. I'll try to edit that out. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to put it on super fast. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to put on 2 more trains. I'm going to put on 1 more goods train and 1 more steel train, and then we'll fast forward and go through doing these quests here. We got a little bit of a traffic jam here. What is going on? Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. All right. So let's do that. Let's add those trains. Where do we want to take the goods from? We want to take the goods from, where else are we doing here? So we got goods from here. Oh, I know. Let's take the goods from this refinery instead of the factory. And we can also put that, we can also make those goods come up here, I guess, to this. We have a shop here. And by the way, when you deliver goods to the shop, you get money. You get money tokens. So that's what the benefit is there. Okay, so let's, you know what I want to do? I want to add, I don't know if it'll help at all, but why not? Let's add another shop there, since we're going to be delivering more goods. And I think I can add, well, no, I can't because, yeah, I was going to add another platform, but if I did that, this house here will be in the way. So I'm not going to do that, which is fine. It doesn't look too busy. So let's add that goods train. And we'll use again, you know what? I want to use -5 and -2. How much? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's use this one. I've never used this train. So, yeah, we'll make it a goods train. Why not? Okay, so goods. And let's see how many. This is, oh my goodness, look how much it could haul. Oh wow. The problem is these goods trains aren't really all that heavy. So we'll run out of length before we run out of hauling power. And there you go. How many did we put on there? I wasn't counting. Put on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's just 8 of them. Okay, so let's give this guy orders. Going from, let's close some of these windows because they're driving me nuts. And going from the refinery here, and we will wait until full and then go over up into Long Beach, which, by the way, is the city I was born in. Let's see. And there we go. So I want to, you know what I want to do? I want to follow this train coming out of the depot. Look, you even have notes here for the driver. Let's get this out of the way. Nice. So what camera views do we have here? Oh, wow. Oh, I love it. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. Nice. Have some warning labels back there. Nice. Some plush looking chairs, captain chairs. Very nice. Cool. Okay, so let's see. What else do we got here? My whistle's not working. I don't know why that's so. It's weird. So that's really cool. Love it. Let's see what it looks like from the outside. number 132. I like it. Okay, so enough fooling around. Let's go ahead and put our steel train on, the one we were talking about. And let's see, so we have, and I'm just going to duplicate one of our other steel trains, make that quick process. And here we go. So let's go ahead and this one here. So let's go ahead and duplicate that guy. Okay, and send him on his way. Okay, guys, I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to do a little fast forward here, and we will go ahead and try to at least get the 10. And yeah. So we have 4 out of 35, 70 out of 80, and we're in June. So, okay. So we're going to fast forward, see if we can't get that quest out of the way. I'm looking for, sorry, I'm doing two things at once. I'm looking for our new fancy train. Here we go. That's the one I want. And while we're fast forwarding, we will follow this guy. Okay, I will see you on the other side, guys. Okay guys, well we made it to 6 out of 10. So I thought we had a lot more resources there that would take us all the way to 10, but I guess not. That's alright. 60%, that's still sort of passing, right? It's a D. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So that's it guys. I appreciate everybody for watching, and I really do hope everybody got something out of this playthrough. If so, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and go ahead and subscribe for a lot more like this. And I will be continuing to develop different systems, not just this one. This one was one specific one that I wanted to showcase and go ahead and play through up until till IR4, until I can. But I think it's a pretty well developed system. I'm going to be looking into some other ideas that I have, so stay tuned, and please hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you can be notified of any other Mashinky playthroughs or tutorials that I post. I really do appreciate it guys, and as always, thank you very much. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.